Hey guys, it's Anthony from the Xbox Boomer channel here. And real quick, I'm going to show you my Xbox One collection that I have for, all my Xbox One games. This is just the games. This is not any controllers, peripherals, any accessories, nothing like that. So just know that. And then, we're just going to get into it. I fell into collecting Xbox One games on accident. I actually don't really like Xbox One. I actually hate Xbox One because of, just what Microsoft has done to the Xbox brand and all the forced, DLC and downloads and installs and the forced bullshit with all the, just like the privacy stuff. There was a lot of privacy concerns when the Xbox One came out. And I just don't trust Microsoft as a company. I actually was gifted a Xbox One for free. And I sold my PlayStation 4 from back when PlayStation 4 came out. And so just because somebody gave me an Xbox One, I was like, well, the games are cheap. I guess I'm collecting them. Kind of. So this is not to say oh, Xbox One is the best system in the world. But this is just my little collection that I've gotten for pretty cheap. So here we go. So first game is Tom Clancy's The Division. I probably will never play this game because this game, as far as I know, is pretty dead. And it requires internet. So I actually don't have normal people internet. And I don't have a really good way to download this stuff. All the installs and whatever. So I bought this many years ago for $9 to play with my friends. And then we never ended up playing. So you got that. That's The Division. Next game. Then we got Professional Farmer 2017 sealed. This is the gold edition, so it comes with all the DLC. And it's just a farming simulator type of game. And I'm gonna just go quick here. You guys can pause or look them up on Google or whatever. Third game, got XCOM 2 sealed. The sealing is kind of doo-doo. It's got some ectoplasm on there. But looks like somebody bought it at a Fred Meyer, grocery store. And this is just the follow-up to XCOM, what is it? XCOM Enemy, not Enemy Unknown. It's like Enemy something. It's one of the XCOM games on the 360. It's the sequel to it. Fourth game. There we go. This was a cheap one. I paid $4.50 for. Trials Fusion. This is a dirt bike, it's kind of weird because it's like a platforming game with a dirt bike. And a very fun little game series. I played this a lot on the 360, the Trials series. I've never played Trials Fusion, but I do have it. Next. This one is a banger. This one is actually worth hooking up the Xbox One to play and try. This is a 2-pack. So it has Gears of War Ultimate Edition, which is a remaster of the first Gears of War game from the Xbox 360. And then it has Rare Replay Collection, which the Rare Replay Collection, I've said time and time again, it's gonna go up in price, buddy. You better get it now, because it's $10. And it has all the old classics on it. So it has Conker's Bad Fur Day, it has Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Perfect Dark Zero, Cameo, Elements of Power. It has a bunch of classic games, a ton of them. And like I said, it's $10. So that is actually a game that I would recommend playing on Xbox One. Next, we've got Far Cry 5. Don't have much to say about it. I played it once for 10 minutes, and it was the same as every other 20, Far Cry games. So I wasn't really impressed with that. Seemed like a cash grab. Next one. This one is a freaking banger. I would say this one is a must-have if you have a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One and you're over 15 years old. This is Resident Evil 7 Gold Edition. I played this pretty much on release on the PlayStation 4, and I loved it. Like I said, this is the gold edition, so it's worth a little more money. I'll bet you this one will be a little more sought after. Because like I said, it says gold edition on the disc, so you know it has all the DLCs. And it was just a fantastic horror game. This is not like the other Resident Evil games, because it is in first person. But, I mean, I just can't say enough, good things about this game. Like, if you like the game Outlast, you will love Resident Evil 7. Great game. Next game, this one I didn't even know existed until I was in a GameStop, and I was like, oh, crap, dude, what the hell is that? This is the House of the Dead remake, and it says Limited Edition. So I don't know if they made only a certain amount of these, but this is a very nice, oh, bless me, oh, COVID particles in my nose. This is a very nice slipcover version of the game. This is probably the game that I like the most out of my Xbox One collection. It has this holographic little backing for the slipcover, okay? And I did pay $39.99 for this because I bought it right from GameStop. They have a couple of these. They're little standees, so they stand up like that. And those are really, really nice, just for collector's sake. And then you have the actual version of the game. But yeah, I didn't know this game existed, and it was such a blessing to find this because back in the day, I had the original House of the Dead and the light gun for Sega Saturn. And, I played it all the time as a kid, and then I had to sell it because I was trying to buy a dirt bike when I was a kid, and I needed money. And nowadays, the House of the Dead, the original version of this game, it's like $1,000. That damn game is like impossible to find, and if you find it, it's very, very expensive. So for, $39.99, I got to buy the remade version of the game and play it again. So that, for me, that was such a treat to play. I mean, it is still very poor quality. It's a very rudimentary game, this one, and it only takes like an hour to finish the entire game. So just know that if you're trying to buy that one. But I mean, I really appreciate that they actually made that on disc. We'll keep going here. Got Lego Star Wars. Which one is this? I don't know what number this is, but Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens. This is just a Lego Star Wars game for kids based on the new movies. I might have to get a drink here. I'm like dying. I'm telling you, if I make any of these YouTube videos, every time my throat is just like someone dumped half a jar of pepper in it. I don't know what the hell's going on with my throat when I talk on these YouTube videos. All right. This is a pretty basic game. Battlefield 1 Early Enlister Deluxe Edition. It's just Battlefield 1 with a fancy case. There's like several different case variants, I think, of Battlefield 1. And, this is not the release version. But yeah, this is like a $4 game, first-person shooter. Cheap as hell. Next. Deus Ex Mankind Divided. As far as I know, this is a sequel to Deus Ex Human Revolution, or Human Evolution, one of those, on the 360. I've never played this, because I have to beat the 360 version first. But yeah, it was a very cheap game. You can see, I think I paid $4.74 for this. So just cheap as hell games. I mean, these Xbox One and these PS4 games are hard to beat right now, because they're just cheap as dirt in 2024. I've got Diablo Reaper of Souls, Ultimate Evil Edition. This is just Diablo 3, I believe, with all the game add-ons. And this is a pretty good game. I think it's only like a $5 game right now. But I play this on the 360. I have played this game, but like I said, nowadays, if I play it with like my wife, I'll play it on the 360. Paid like $5 for it. Next. Far Cry Primal. This is a prehistoric version of Far Cry, and I've never played it, but I watched someone play it for like 2 hours or so one time. It seemed like an okay game, but again, all these Far Cry games seem like copy and paste. I mean, during the Xbox One version, or the Xbox One time frame, excuse me, Ubisoft really was crapping its pants and just making the same games over and over again. So, I mean, I wouldn't pay too much for something like that. Next, Just Cause 3 Day 1 Edition. Haven't played the third Just Cause game, or Just Cause, or whatever the hell you say. This was a good game, Just Cause 1 and 2 on the 360. It was an open world game, and a lot of people liked them. So I picked up the third game just because I think it was like $4 or something like that, $4.50. So yeah, I'll keep you updated if I ever play that. Next, Sunset Overdrive Day 1 Edition. This here it's like an open world third-person zombie game. I thought this might be like Dead Rising, but it kind of has like Jet Set Radio vibes, because you're kind of running around with all these crazy weapons, like you're like grinding on these like power lines. I only played this a little bit, but it was not what I was expecting. This is a really it's like a kiddie version of like Dead Rising. It's like very, very childlike. And I didn't know that about it when I bought it. But that, that one I didn't pay too much for. This is Lego Worlds, and I have no idea what this is because I haven't played it, but it looks a lot like Minecraft, but with Lego bricks. So that's that game. We've got, next is Scribblenauts Showdown. This is, doesn't have the manual. This is a cheap game where it's kind of like it's like a kiddie platformer, I think, where you draw in things into the environment with like a pencil. But it's been a while since I played a Scribblenauts game, so I don't know. Well, this could be something totally different. I have no idea, bro. I just buy them because they're like $4 a piece. Second game is Rage 2. And this is a game a lot of people got pissed off with when it came out. But I did play the first Rage on 360, and that game is phenomenal. If you've never played the first Rage game, definitely go grab that one, because that is a fully polished, fantastic game. Next is Prey. And when I get the time, when I'm able to, I'm actually pretty excited to play Prey. Now, this is not a sequel to the 360 version of Prey. That's a different game series entirely, as far as I know. But this is an alien shooter in first person. And so I think I want to say I paid maybe like $7 or something for this one. But a very, 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 cheap game. Next, Rise of the Tomb Raider. I think this one was like $4. I have no idea. Cheap as hell. This is, I want to say, a prequel to the like 2012-ish Tomb Raider game. So that's that. Sorry if you can hear my watch going off in the background of this stupid ass thing's beeping. Black Mirror. Now, this is actually not my game. This is my wife's game, because she plays Xbox One sometimes. And this is a third-person, like a mystery game. This is like a haunted house game with a lot of like ghosts in it and stuff. I did not have the patience for this because of all the puzzles in it. There's a lot of like riddles and stuff like that, and talking to people and questioning them. But I did watch my wife play this game all the way through. And let me just say, if it's between something shitty like Far Cry Primal or Black Mirror, I'm picking Black Mirror, because this game is actually creative and unique, and it has a storyline to it. I feel like the Xbox One era of games, there was just so much rehashed garbage. Like, go to the command post, clear it out. Go to the next command post, clear it out. It's like, ugh. Like, I look at games like this I've never even played, like Far Cry Primal. and it exhausts me. Like it saps my energy. I played so many of these games through the years. I have no energy left for them, for the rehashed like Ubisoft games. But yeah, Black Mirror is something different. And it would not surprise me if games like this go up in price when the 360 or the Xbox One becomes like a sought after console. Next, I've got one of the worst Resident Evil games out there. It's tolerable, but it's not. It's very action packed. It's not like a slow paced survival horror game. This is Resident Evil 6 for the Xbox One, and usually if I play this, I'll play the 360 version. But the Xbox One version does have all of the DLCs with it. Next is Gears of War 4. This game allegedly has Gears of War 1, 2, 3, and Gears of War Judgment on it. But I don't know if that's through like a voucher or if this just like puts the games in your game library. I have no idea. But this is, this was the first Gears of War game, aside from the remaster, that is, as far as I know. This was the first unique Gears of War game on the Xbox One, and it is a robot killing simulator, the story mode. I did not like this on the Xbox One, and I was a huge fan of Gears of War 1, 2, and 3, and I feel like, I don't know, Gears of War 4 just like was not Gears of War anymore. It was something different. And then Gears of War 5 came out, and that was like weird and like kind of woke stuff. And I don't know, man. I don't know. It makes me so sad staring at Gears of War 4, dude, because Gears of War used to be a badass game that all of us kids like, oh, bro, you're going to get the Gears of War game coming out. And nowadays, like, I don't know. It's just like woke robot killing, like garbage. I don't even know, man. It's sad. It's sad, dude. All right, next. Next is Fallout 4. And I got this game, I'm not even kidding you. This was like 2 years ago or something like that. I bought this game for like $3. And I didn't even really want it. I was like, I guess I'll buy Fallout 4. Like, I don't know. And this game is already shooting up. Like, people are buying this game again. And last I checked, this game was like $15. And I was like, whoa, I just bought this at GameStop a couple years ago for like $3. Like, what the hell? And this version allegedly includes Fallout 3, but I have no idea, again, if that adds it in your game library. I don't know, bro. But yeah, this was one of the first Xbox One games that actually sucked me in. And you can play this game offline, which is very, very good. Because a lot of Xbox One games you can't play without connecting to the internet or updating them. And I haven't beaten this game, but I did like what I played quite a bit. I played that for a few hours and it sucked me in. So next, Dead by Daylight. I bought it to play with my friends one time. It's like a, serial killer multiplayer game where 4 kids run around and they're like hiding lockers and stuff. And then one guy plays as a serial killer and kills them all. I didn't like it, but then again, I'm not in the loop anymore. I'm an Xbox boomer. I like old games. I don't like, kind of like the newer stuff. Now this game I did play quite a bit when it first came out. This is Rainbow Six Siege, and now from what I understand, Rainbow Six Siege is woke as hell. They're adding like just really cringy stuff and characters to the game. I don't know because I haven't played it in many years. But what I will tell you is that Rainbow Six Vegas 1 and 2 are included with this game, and those games are not woke. If you want to play a good game and hop in the multiplayer and start freaking, spitting on dudes, Rainbow Six Vegas 1 and 2 were freaking top-notch, excellent 360 games. But this game, like I said, it's changed a lot over the years, and I don't think, if you're someone like me who doesn't play games online, I don't think there's really a reason to buy Siege, because it's mainly a multiplayer game. but I paid like $4 for that or something like that. Next is Dying Light. And now, I don't know much about this game other than it's an open world first person zombie game. But at the time when this game came out, I remember all of us kids, we were older at this point, but we were waiting for Dead Island 2 to come out. And Dead Island 2 hadn't been announced or anything yet. I don't even know if they have come out with Dead Island 2. I mean, I think they might have. But this was the closest thing back then that we had seen that was to Dead Island 2. And that's pretty much what this game was sold as. Is like, oh, bro, if you like Dead Island, you're going to love Dying Light. And I don't know. This game could be good or bad. I haven't really played it. But it's a cheap game if you like first-person zombie games. Moving on. Star Wars Squadrons. I don't know what the hell this is. It's a Star Wars game. It's another game I got for $4 complete in box. Okay. And yeah, so $4 Star Wars game. I would be skeptical because it is made by or published by Electronic Arts. And, they are some slippery little rascals. So, Electronic Arts, when I see that big E and that big A, I'm assuming that they're running around like Luigi's Mansion trying to vacuum suck the damn, money out of my wallet. So that's why I'm skeptical of playing that game. Next, Evil Within. This is a pretty good game. Haven't beaten this one, but it does. I can't get it off with one hand. But it does have a slipcase, which is really fancy and holographic. See, look at it move. Ooh, scary cover. But yeah, they did. They made this on the 360 and the Xbox One. So again, I play this game on the 360 when I do play it. But there's nothing wrong with the Xbox One version. I bought this on Black Friday, the year that the game came out. And I remember they had all the games. I think it was in like a Walmart. They had all the games in this little like cardboard standee in the middle of Walmart. And when it hit like midnight or whatever it was that they opened up for Black Friday, like 6 p.m., midnight, whatever the hell it was, they took the foil off and everybody ran to this standee with all the video games. Because they had like, 2 copies of Dying Light were on sale for Black Friday, 2 copies of like Evil Within or whatever. And, I grabbed Evil Within and I remember some kid, there was only 1 copy left. And some kid literally tried to rip it out of my hands. And I had like a grasp of iron on this damn game because I wanted to play it so badly. And yeah, that damn kid, literally, I had the, not Dying Light, Evil Within in my hands, like gripping it like this. And the damn kid was like yanking it out of my hands, like, give me that game, fucker. He wanted to play Evil Within, but I grabbed it first, so that's kind of the way the world works, but whatever. Kind of a fun story on that game. Injustice 2. This is a fighting game. This is like a Mortal Kombat fighting game. I've never played it, but it is a sequel to Injustice. Okay. So fighting game, third person or whatever. Watch Dogs. This is a game that sucked. And again, there's that little blue circle, Ubisoft. That's how you know you got red flags when you buy a video game. This game was an atrocious cash grab. They literally lied to the entire gaming community by putting out fake gameplay for this game before it released. They did some like churched up, doctored up, gameplay trailer, and the gameplay trailer was like pre-rendered. It wasn't even real gameplay. So this game immediately when it came out went from like $60 to like $3. And yeah, that's like about what I paid for it. It was like $3 or $4. But I've never played it. So I can't tell you because I don't know. It just seeing that put a bad taste in my mouth when the game came out, so I just never played it. This one I have played. This is Monster Hunter World. I haven't put really more than like 30 minutes, an hour into this game, but it seemed pretty cool. I mean, this is a cheap game as well. You can get this for like $7 right now, American money. And yeah, you just go around like an open world, I believe. I want to say this was open world. And you kill a bunch of large monsters with like these crazy swords and different things like that, melee weapons. I could see somebody, like if you had limited, finances or limited amount of Xbox games you could buy, this would probably be a really, really good game to get to sink time into. So there's that. Got Mortal Kombat 11, and I don't know why, but Mortal Kombat games always seem to shoot up. But the Xbox One, excuse me, oh geez, I'm having a freaking panic attack or something in my throat. Excuse me. So yeah, Mortal Kombat games always shoot up through your nose when the systems get older. But Mortal Kombat 11, like I said, it's like $4. It's like a side-scrolling, like a fighting game. But I have not played that because I don't have the time. Got Dragon Age Inquisition. And I think this game, I've never played it, but I've heard that BioWare and look, it's got the EA, Electronic Arts, buddy. I think this game went woke, and I heard that they put transgenders either in this game or the next game. And I don't know 100%. I'll have to get back with you once I play it. But I think they did go like super woke, like, craziness in this game, but I will have to let you know. So that's kind of, I don't know. I don't have time for the Dragon Age games because they're so long. And then when they put woke bullshit in the games, it makes me not want to play the games at all anyways. Once I start hearing rumblings through the grapevine about that being in video games. Okay. This one I'm excited to play one day. This is Rise, Son of Rome. And this is the Day 1 edition, 2013. So this, I believe, was a launch game for the Xbox One. And it's a third-person, action game. It's kind of like third-person hack and slash. And it does have co-op on it. So that always looked like a really cool game to me. And this, what's it got on here? It has like some game add-on stuff. There's probably a code on the back of that one. So yeah, I got some bonus stuff in it. Next, Far Cry 4 Limited Edition. This is, I'm not kidding, it's a Ubisoft game. Ubisoft. It's more copy and paste Far Cry. This game I did like running around getting eaten by crocodiles in the co-op online. That was fun. But I remember this game was a load of BS because you can't play the story missions in co-op. What kind of game comes out where you can't play the damn story mode in co-op? That's a freaking horrible idea. Why would they make that? Why would they even do that? But anyways, that's Far Cry 4 limited edition. It's like $4, cheap game. Gosh, we just keep getting these Ubisoft games. Those are all the cheap ones on the Xbox One because nobody wants them. Okay, Assassin's Creed Unity. This is when Assassin's Creed started going downhill after Assassin's Creed 4. This was a legit... I'm not even BSing you. I know it sounds crazy because I've said it a few times. This is a cash grab. People saw Unity and smelt the blood in the water. It was there to suckle your money. Yeah, very cheap game. It's like a $5 game now, but back then they wanted 60 bones for it. And it's just more Assassin's Creed. It's just more press X to assassinate. That's all it is. So $5. You can see why I don't play Xbox One because I've got a hatred for Xbox One. Dun dun dun. This is Mass Effect Andromeda. My problem with this one isn't so much that it's woke. It's a broken game. Like when they released Mass Effect Andromeda, so this is like an open world third person shooter. But this game, it's just broken. Like people's eyeballs were like bugging out, like bulging out of their head, and their lips were like disappearing through their skull. Like there's so many bugs and just broken pieces of trash in this game that this game is unfinished in the state that it released in. And if you don't believe me, go on YouTube and look at comparisons of Mass Effect Andromeda compared to like Mass Effect 2 or 3, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So this is, again, you could get this for like $4. I mean, a lot of these games, people were paying for years. They were paying like, oh, $40, bro, $60. That's why I say, if you collect retro games, don't let other people dictate how much you're willing to pay for a video game. If all your friends are like playing the new Call of Duty and they're like, oh, bro, this is so cool because I'm playing Call of Duty. It's like, I know when a Call of Duty game comes out, in 2 years, that game's going to be in like the $7 bin. I know it. Like, I don't buy brand new Call of Duties. And I mean, there's people out there that like, that's your thing. You know, Mass Effect Andromeda was your thing. You got suckered for $60 or $70 or whatever the hell they want now. You know, just wait and pay $4 because the game's going to suck regardless of if you pay $4 or $60, you know? And I think it's $70. I'm pretty sure they just upped the game price to $70 this year in 2024. All right, next. Got The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. I'm pretty sure this game is going up in price. This is kind of like my wife's game because she likes The Witcher 3. But this is an actual, like a pretty good game because I've watched her play a lot of it. It's very story rich, isn't it, Kitty? It's very story rich. And she likes Witcher 3 too. I guess we're going to have some help on this video. But yeah, this is a open world, kind of like a Fable 2 or a Fable 3 type of thing. Very good game, it seems like.